In this video, I'm sharing my 3 best freelance proposal writing tips to get more responses. A lot of people send tons of proposals and never hear back, and on some platforms, that can get you banned, especially Upwork. So you need to start thinking about how you will improve your freelance proposals to get better results right now. And in today's video, that's what I'm going to help you do. For those who don't know me, I'm Lex DeVille, and on this channel, we help people escape corporate prison and build a freelance empire. We share a lot of freelance and freelance writing tips each week, so if you're new, consider subscribing. Today I'm sharing my 3 best proposal writing tips to help you get more responses faster, so if you're ready for that, let's dive in. Tip number 1. Never start with the words me, myself, or I, or any variation of that. And I'm not talking about in your greeting. You're probably going to say hey there, or hi there, hello there, or dear sir, like some of you do. And forget about that for a second. Let's drop down to the next line, because the next line is something freelance clients see. As a client, I can say this from experience, that whenever you guys send proposals to me, here's what happens. I see your rate, and I don't care about your rate because I'm looking for someone who can get the job done, and I'll pay you the rates that you ask for. So I see your rate, I ignore your rate, I move on to the next things, which are your JSS score up in the top right, and then your bio. And your JSS isn't that important to me as long as it's at least 80% or above, but moving into your bio, I look at what it says, and every single freelancer starts the same way. They always start with the words I or me or my. I have 20 years of experience in this. I'm a good fit because I'm a copywriter, I'm a web designer. Check out my writing samples in my portfolio. It's always about me, myself, and I. And that's a problem for clients, especially for me, because it shows me that you're all about yourself, that you care about yourself first. And this is kind of a subliminal thing. It's kind of an advanced thing, but when you think about it, it makes sense. Because if you're talking about yourself first, you're putting yourself before me. You are literally putting yourself before me. You are putting yourself before the client, and that shows me that you don't really care about me. It's a subliminal way of saying, hey, I'm just in this for the money. And if you say that to me, I'm going to look for the person who's not just in it for the money. So what you have to do is use anything else. Anything. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to start with the word you. You don't have to start by focusing on the client, but anything else you can say besides the words me, myself, or I, or any version of anything that focuses on yourself is going to help you get better results, because it shows that you think outside of the box. You think differently from other freelancers. You're more creative. You can come up with other ideas. And I will show you an example of how this looks to me as a client, because here's what I get. People send over their proposals, and I get this wall of proposals, and they look like this. Here's I, and that's what I see. And then the person who starts with you or starts with anything else, they just stand out automatically because I see something different. All right, so let's move on to tip number 2. Repeat the client's own words back to them. And this is another big one. This is another advanced subliminal topic because we're talking about mirroring here. Clients put a lot of effort into their job posts, just like you put effort into your freelance proposals. So it's really nice whenever someone actually reads the job post and shows that they read it by repeating those exact words back to the client. And this is just repeating what the client says they need. So if they say they need a freelance copywriter for their construction website, you would say something like, you need a freelance copywriter for your construction website. Now, you don't have to phrase it word for word like that. You can change it up, mix it up a little bit. But the point is, you have to say back to them what they said they need, because doing so shows them that you care. It shows them that you're paying attention, and it validates the time and effort they put into writing that job post. Now, not all clients write an awesome job post that takes them an hour to create, but it just gives them a little something. And this is an NLP technique called mirroring, where we're trying to establish a little bit more of a connection here. We're saying, I'm like you. You wrote this and I wrote this, and these two things are very similar, and that makes you and me alike. So we're creating a little bit of a connection here, which is just one more way to help you move a little closer to getting that interview. By the way, this is a tip straight out of the Advanced Proposal Writing course, which I will link above. Let's move on to tip number 3, which is show you are a credible freelancer in your proposal. How are you going to do this? Credibility comes in a lot of different forms. So you don't have to have a lot of past experience or a degree to show you're credible. Those are just a couple credibility markers. There are a lot of other ways that you can do this. And some of those ways might be showing how many sales you've made for other clients, or showing how many websites you've designed for yourself, or showing where the local news featured you and mentioning that. So any kind of big numbers you can throw out there, if you have lots of likes and followers, or any kind of credibility that you can establish that kind of backs you up as being an authority in the subject, or even just being a competent person in the subject, is going to help your proposals get more responses. So be thinking about that. What do you have, and what else could you do? Have you gotten a lot of shares? Have you gotten a lot of likes? Has your website helped some business earn $1 million? What do you do, and how has it helped people? Has your music been downloaded a million bazillion times? Or have you posted on some forum and a lot of people responded and viewed that post? Those are just some credibility ideas that you can toss in your proposals. The point is that you need to add credibility, and it needs to be relevant credibility. So whatever credibility you add, it needs to be relevant to the job that you're applying for. If I'm applying as a copywriter, then posting examples of websites that I've done, that I've designed, is not going to help me show credibility as a copywriter. I need to show samples of my copywriting, or I need to mention, name drop big clients that I've worked with as a copywriter, or I need to show how my copywriting converted $10,000 in sales for a single sales page. Those things are credibility markers, and there's a lot of them. And the more you can establish credibility that is relevant, the more you're going to get responses from these clients, and you're going to move to the next stage, which is the interview. All right, so that's all I got for this video. I really hope you liked it, and if you did, remember to subscribe. You'll get more of these videos. We're enhancing the channel and growing it and improving the topics so that we can focus more on freelance writing and actually getting you better results. And if that's what you want more of, just remember to subscribe, click the get notification bell. That's all I got for this one. I'm Lex DeVille, and I will see you next time.